Good evening. Thanks for joining me for Inside the Four Walls Live as we prepare to head to Melbourne for a huge clash with the Bombers. Well, earlier today we spoke with young gun Rory Atkins, and having recently celebrated his 50th AFL game, we asked what some personal highlights were along the journey so far.
There's been a few big games, like it's always good playing Friday night games against teams that are in the top four. I mean, also showdowns. I mean, coming from interstate, I didn't understand, well, I did understand the rivalry, but didn't realise it was as big as what it is until I got over here. So they're always good. Obviously, my debut, which was in 2015, halfway through the year. It was a pretty emotional time for our club and stuff because it was a couple of weeks after the passing of Phil. So yeah, I managed to get a game, and I remember that day Campo coming up to me and saying, "You're in, mate. You're going to be the sub." And I had the best seat in the house for the first quarter and a half until Talsey got knocked out, and I thank him to this day that he got me in the game earlier. So yeah, it feels like a long time ago, but I can remember it vividly. Yeah, it was a great feeling.
Well, after debuting in a showdown, how different do they feel a couple of years later?
I feel a bit more comfortable at a level, but yeah, that's probably the biggest difference. I remember how I feel that the first few days leading up, or the first few days after I got told I was playing, to now the week leading into the game just gone. So yeah, they're polar opposites.
What about the crowd at a packed out Adelaide Oval?
I enjoy playing at Adelaide Oval the most out of any other ground. It's got our home feel to it and everyone's going for us, especially in showdowns. The crowd finds another gear, which is great.
Well, Rat is already well past his tackle tally from last season with a game high this year of 7. Has that side of the game been a focus for him?
Yeah, I think, that's obviously an area of improvement for myself, and I've addressed that along with the coaching staff. So yeah, just taking the mentality into press the game a bit more, and it's resulted in a fair few more tackles this year.
One of the few to wear long sleeves occasionally. How do the other boys react to the jumper?
There's a few guys that have the long sleeve in the training room, but not many have braved it yet. I used to play all my juniors in a long sleeve until I got to here, and they said you're not getting a long sleeve until you're playing the ones. I couldn't run around in the sample in a long sleeve, so yeah, managed to get my request this year, and I thought I couldn't let it go to waste. So played a couple of games in it this year, and on the decision, I just how I feel on game day. Really, they're both there, and whatever I decide to choose, I choose.
Recently, the Rat was spotted on social media with the original Rat, John Platten. So, what is the story behind that?
I was out for dinner with a couple of my mates who were over from Melbourne, and he actually rocked up to Ty Orchard with Gordon Smith, Brodie's old man, and I had a photo with him about 4 years ago when I first got to the club, and thought it'd be cool to get another photo and compare how different we both looked. He hadn't changed too much, but yeah, I had a bit more facial hair than I did then.
A few of the boys are currently studying a diploma in business, so how busy does that keep them off the footy field?
Once a month we get together, there's about 6 of us, yeah, just taking our mind off footy. Not many of us know if that's an avenue we'd like to go down yet, but if we do decide, we've got the qualifications there to do some further learning at a university as such, so yeah, we enjoy that.
Well, Harrison Wigg is the Rat's housemate at the moment, and we got a bit of an insight into the young midfielder.
Where do I start? No, you said housemate, so housemate infers that he actually does stuff around the house. I kind of got somewhat of a squatter that kind of rocks through every now and again with a messy room and a funny smell to him. So yeah, that's a bit of Wiggy.
David McKay took Rat in when he first came to the club. Just how has he helped the development at Westlakes?
Yeah, I get along really well with D-Mac, and it's great of the older players to take the young guys in when they first get to the club. And yeah, I found a senior figure that I could relate to when in my earlier years. I know I'm only in my 5th year now, but yeah, that really helped me moving over and playing similar positions. We talk about similar stuff like what we think's going on the weekend and how to improve our games. So yeah, I do have a strong bond with him, and yeah, we get along really well.
Well, the Atkins family all support different teams, which made for an interesting household, but have they swayed to the Crows now?
Yeah, so my sister goes for Geelong, my mum goes for Essendon, and Dad goes for Carlton. So growing up, I was chopping and changing. I didn't follow any of them, but until the age of 12, I was kind of whoever was on top, I'd go for. Whoever won the previous flag kind of I swayed to a little bit, but didn't really follow a AFL club as such. I was spending most of my weekends at following the local football club around, which is Maribyrnong Park in the Essendon District League. So I didn't get to watch much AFL because I was always out there watching the senior team play.
Thanks so much for that, Rat. Have a fantastic weekend in Melbourne. Don't be afraid to don the long sleeves, and let's hope Mum jumps ship for the weekend to support the Crows. And thank you for your time too. Don't forget, we are live at 5:55 Monday through Thursday every week of the season, so I'll see you tomorrow for Modern Group Team Selection Live, and go Crows.